Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. I have some questions about ethnic cleansing, particularly with Indigenous minorities. And this is something that I don't feel I know a lot about, and I barely scratched the surface yesterday in my presentation, so I'm asking to be educated. With my first question being, what is the most important thing for maybe a policy stakeholder or government stakeholder to know if you were in an elevator and had a 30-second pitch to give about why this topic is important to you? What would you say to them? And anyone is welcome to go first.
Thank you for all. The question is very related with my community in Bangladesh. The ethnic cleansing in Bangladesh is going in full swing. We, the Hindu and the indigenous community, are the son of the soil, and invader come in 1201 and they start, killing this indigenous community. We, the Hindu and the indigenous community, used to live this land when people started living there. We are the first generation. We started living that land. But every day the invader, they are killing, and so ethnic cleansing means the son of the soil is going to missing every day. And this it is not a punishable offense, killing, raping, or burning, or looting, or grabbing Hindus or indigenous communities' land. In practice, by law, it is punishable, but Bangladesh government cannot show a single evidence that more than 50 million indigenous people and Hindus are missing from this land. What action they taken to protect this community? Thank you.
Thank you.
Because it's just 30 seconds, so I went beyond that. At the time, you want to
Opposition of indigenous women as a tool. Why women as a tool? Because women as a power of this universe. When you trying to dilute women power, they can able to do a lot of things. That's the reason why they are targeting women. Again, they are power, but still they are vulnerable. There are two cases. Women are like two sides. They are power, they don't understand their power, and they're always thinking they are dependent to someone. That education system, the system, all over the entire structure is developed like that way. So therefore they are targeting women mostly. So people are talking about, I'm just now trying to talk about countries, including China. China says that they are giving the equal communist country, yeah. But we couldn't see any prime minister in China, Cuba. Yeah, they are communist, equalism, but we couldn't see that. So we understood that women are power. Also, they are vulnerable. Therefore, they are targeted by everyone. So this is my first 30 seconds.
Okay, ladies. Now, my next question is, why should I care as a government stakeholder? And what's in it for me to help you?
The world is beautiful because of diversity. So if you want to preserve this diversity and thousand years knowledge we preserve, if you want to have this continuation of this knowledge, that will be, in this generation after generation. So you need to protect all this indigenous community to keep this world positively ongoing. And if you see a picture, you can find in internet is going on. What is this? Every community have, and every estate or every locality of South Asian community or any community, they have different language, different dress of code, and different food, different norms and behavior, and lots of things. But the 1400 years back, something come in this world, those are invading this world, there is only one dress. You know, the black, the woman, they are covering, they're making the woman like show like a box, like a post box. So, if you want to keep this world, the diverse and beautiful world continue, you need to protect all this community, the indigenous knowledge and indigenous, the ethnic group, then the world will be the beautiful and the great. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I will actually go to your first question and I'll go to your second question. When it comes to oppression of indigenous women, it starts from their body. Woman's body is different than a man's body. You look at how women, throughout the history, how the oppression of the indigenous woman started. It was from menstrual to childbearing to postpartum, and how those times women were taken, indigenous women were taken, how they were behaved with, and how they were tortured. And then it goes, of course, to the extreme level of rape, slavery, and taking them as using them as for their sexual pleasure. We have that throughout the history, even when the first time the Islamic conquerors came to Afghanistan. In fact, there is a literature, you can find that they had called Afghan woman the beautiful woman, and they would take them with them. Because Afghan women are very beautiful, not me, but the others, and they were taken there for their beauty. So when we look at the indigenous woman and how they have been used as a tool and how they have been oppressed, we have a precedent in the history which starts from their body and it goes to the extreme level. Why is it important for the government? In the 21st century, we can talk about that. In the 21st century, each country has, they have this status that the world has towards them, and perception that they want to hold around the world. That's first thing, the image that they want to hold around the world. The second thing is that they're all looking for market, for numbers, for calculation, for statistics. We had one of the people, yesterday we spoke about the statistics here. Every group is a market for them, for each and every country. How they work with them, how they want to contact them, how they want to connect with them, that depends on them. But they are important for them because every country is looking for a market. And that's, I think, the shortest answer that I can give. But before, I actually want to give a shout out to Mr. Ankush. I don't know if he's here.
He's outside.
Oh, he's outside. I want to thank him for his bravery for speaking about the honor killings. It's something that in South Asia we have been fighting for years and years, and we hardly had men to speak about honor killings. I come from a background where whether it's domestic violence or to the greater level outside, it all comes back to the background of the honor and honor killings. So I wanted to give him a thank you. If he's not here, please somebody tell him that.
To the first question, what would I say in the elevator for 30 seconds? I would say educate yourself on the truth of what's happening around the world for women. And then hold yourself accountable to that truth. And don't sit silently. You don't have to change the world. Change yourself in your thinking. Change within your family, change within your community. And then go into the world, the larger arena and make changes there. What's in it for you? Instead of looking at what's in it for you as an individual, as a government, what's in it for the whole? What's in it for our children who are coming along that have to live in this world? What's in it for them? If we do not create a safe space for all children, not just the women, the men, for everyone, let's create a safe place. Let's speak up. Let's be accountable. But first, start with yourself. Do the work there. I know I have a lot of influence on my legacy. There's also an accountability for what I do and how I do it. I have a legacy to uphold. I have a responsibility to my ancestors to uphold that legacy. So what's in it? It has to be in it for everyone. And I think everyone in this room knows and understands, and someone even mentioned the power of a woman. Just hear that and be okay with that. Be okay with that. Women are very, very powerful. Period. They were designed to be that way. Women bring forth life. Only we can do that. So we have to humble ourselves and just accept what is real and be accountable to that truth. Thank you.
Priya, did you have anything to add?
But Christina, what she wanted your question, second question, why you have to or we have to involve in that, right? This is the first you asked the second question.
Oh, what's in it for me? Why should I care as a
Right, that's the
policy stakeholder or government official?
Yeah, this is a good question. Because we, each and everyone, part of this country, part of the human, part of the people, we have to look at what is actually happening outside, as she said. If I couldn't talk with my sister, if I couldn't talk with my family, if I'm a lot of confusion within my family, how can I come and explain to others, oh, please bring the peace. Yeah, government need to bring the peace. Within my family, I'm not talking with my sister, I'm not talking with my father, I'm not talking with my elder brother, or whatever. So the jealousy is coming from the first place, within the family. When our children are grown up, within our children, you could see simply when a mother look after the elder son or younger son, little bit caring pattern. Suddenly our children ask, oh, why mom is so care about my elder brother? So jealousy is there. Do you think you can stop that jealousy? No, it's a nature. The jealousy is a nature. Again, freedom. People always talking about freedom, freedom, freedom. I would like to talk to you. If this microphone is not working, I cannot convert the message. So freedom is a limitation. So we should understand where we can talk, how we can express. Everything is within the limitation. If we could able to understand the limitation as a human, see, I'm just touching her. I said, this is my freedom, I can touch her. This is not the freedom. So we have to define everything, where we can move, how we can talk, how we can express ourselves. What is the freedom meaning of? Most of the people, they don't understand the freedom. The big problem is now, some people think that the population is the best anywhere in the world. They can rule the country 2060. That is their dream. They have 4.5 children, so one woman, they're producing 4.5 children. We, other people, just producing 1.5 children. Now we are scared. Within 5 years' time, I got just 6 children, they got almost 25 children. Come on, what is going on? Where's the freedom gone? So they have to think more where they can come and talk, where's their limitation. When everyone within their limitation, I think the world will be more peace. It should be start from home. This is my recommendation. Thank you.
Thank you for last to the panelist. I agree with you and I disagree with you. And what is the disagreement? Say, an Afghani family, their family is well educated and modern, and they want their girl will be highly educated, and this girl will do job and do everything as all other, like say American girl. So she has a freedom to choose her job and everything. But in Afghanistan, the government shut down the education system, going a girl to the school, going and stop girls to working and doing anything. So how if you change yourself, how it works? It doesn't work. You need to do, if you want freedom, or growing the woman, or keep yourself safe and your what you want to be, that you could be. Then you need to do politics and change in macro level. If macro level, the country law and order and the system don't support you, you cannot do anything. So what's happening? A small example from my country, or say through Islam. What is that? In the property right, one man equal to 2 women, and if you want to prove rape in court, so you need 4 witnesses. Those 4 people saw that you are raped. Then what is this? This is a gang rape. Then they went 5 people to rape a girl, and 4 people together, they betray with 1 person, right? So they are, okay, he raped him, we saw it, because they were together, right? If the 5 people are not together, then where you are going to get these 4 witnesses for raping a girl? And that's why you need to work macro level. And if you cannot change the macro rules and regulation and the country, and another example I want to give, from my region. So from my country, the Bangladesh government every year, for Islamization, budget is equal to 40 some billion dollar, 6 ministry budget, and for religious ministry budget is equal. So when you are investing billions dollar or million dollar to strengthen Islam, then how you are going to protect your woman right? Because in Islam, women are not equal, and they have to be in house. So you are investing money for Islamization, and on the other hand, you are asking money for women empowerment, for children empowerment, for women education. Is so contradictory. First you need what? A secular country, no budget for any religion. Religious is personal perspective. So why Bangladesh going to become a hub of terrorists? Because of government budget. The government taking money across the world, UN system and World Bank and many more places where they are getting money. For what? Women empowerment, children empowerment, and health care, and education, girls' education stipend. So many good work. And they are getting money for all this work, and they are investing 6 times more money for Islamization. Then how the woman will be free? how the system is working, why this world cannot understand what the country will, where their budget is going. If you invest money for women education, you are calling, okay, it's women empowerment. At the same time, you are giving all this, in Bangladesh there is a practice, it's called wars. So what's they doing these wars? Their government giving money, they are preaching how the Islamic life, what is the code of the dress for man, for woman, and how they will treat with other religion. The Hindu could not be, according to the Islam, the Hindu cannot be a friend, or non-Muslim cannot be a friend of a Muslim. So when they are teaching this, then how with this budget you are going to make a peaceful country, a coexistence? You are encouraging, you are investing money to enhance or to expand the hate culture, hate the other religion. You are making law to taking the Hindus' land. According to Bangladesh, on a study, the Bangladesh government taken 28 lakh acre land from Hindu. There is a law. It's called enemy property law. It's continued from 1965 and it's continued up to 2014. So if you are a Hindu, so you are an enemy of the country. So your land belongs to the country. So, and yeah, it's a very, people are talking, it's a very tolerant, Muslim tolerant country. So people do not know. And you can tell why people don't know, why you are talking. So let me give a little time. I'm a person, Priya Saha, and I came 2019 in USA for 2 days. I came, the State Department invited me to talk about the religion in the ICHRRF, International Religious Freedom. They organized an international seminar along with the State Department, and I was a speaker from Bangladesh or South Asian region, and I taught and I presented a paper in the seminar. At the same time, I got opportunity to meet the president, then President Trump, and there was 29 people. 13 people got chance to, opportunity to talk. I was one of them. So I talked only 43 seconds about Bangladesh. The 36 million people are disappeared and they are killing people every day, and they burned my home, they have taken my land. This was 43 second word. I just talked with President Trump and he asked who did this. And I took it second to thought because I had to go back. Then I thought the Islamist group and government, all political parties are supporting them. So I came here for 2 days and I will not able to go back in my life. And I'm so thankful to US government and the then American ambassador in Bangladesh, Erik Kalasunas. He saved my 2 daughters and my husband. And at that time, I have to disclose the ex-president, the Pranab Mukherjee, have to call Bangladesh Prime Minister. She was in England at the time, that in treatment, twice to save Bangladeshi Hindu community because they were preparing to attack all Hindu. Why I talk with President Trump, why I disclose this. And American government and the assistant secretary from here, she called the foreign minister and prime minister and they worked day and night to save Bangladeshi Hindu. And the ambassador in Bangladesh, R. Miller, he sent, the police, and only at night, 4 a.m., the neighbor give 2 burqa to my 2 daughters, and my husband, they call a Uber, and only one person our classmate, Titi Rosario, a Christian girl, she told my husband, Mola, you can come my house. And nobody in that country at that time, it was so crazy. From the government, they put 10 sedition case and all 42 media was talked day night. One newspaper, they published 18 news on me within 24 hours. So that is the way they protect, they stop, they shut down the voice of other people. And within 2 days, the American ambassador, he sent my 2 daughters here. My husband still couldn't come here. It's 6 years, 4 months. Then that's why I'm not talking. I'm not talking that much because they will kill my husband. They will kill my relative. So that's why people don't know what's happening in Bangladesh. The woman in 1971, they murder, raped 400,000 girls and women every day. Today, yesterday, minimum 10 or 12 girls they are murdering. You will see body anywhere in the river, the floating, and in a crop field. Anywhere you can see the Hindu girl body, Hindu woman body, and what they are talking. They couldn't find who did this. The government system and the law enforcing agents, they couldn't find who did this. Miscreant people did this. So how will survive there? So that's why I'm talking. Say, please work with root cause. What the book written, a book, and those people are following that book, and they hate others. So they create problem. They make unequal. They are murdering people, not only in Bangladesh, but across the world. Thank you so much. I am apologize to take more time.
Thank you, Priya. Go ahead.
Right. When she told her story, I think we could bring our story as well. So truth is story. It's nothing to, story like here. I came France when I was just 19 years old. Unfortunately, when that marriage time, I couldn't really marry because I'm a teenager. My age is not married. So my family thought that if I'm living in Sri Lanka, maybe I will be bred by the Sri Lankan army. Therefore, they arranged a family. Like they said, get married, this man. The man I don't know who lived in France, but he's the same community person. So I finished my A-level. Obviously, I got a 3AB, I'm a management person. I could able to enter the University of Colombo. I could not able to go there because of Sinhalese in there. And I parcel to France, even I couldn't able to continue my studies. When I came over there, that man was quite strange. I don't want to express myself how he was. Then I escaped from there. Obviously, I got 3 children. I'm sorry, I didn't give my whole story yesterday because I was a little bit, nervous. So when I was 19, 20, 21, I had 3 children. So holding my luggage, I'm sorry to say my words as a luggage. So I don't know what I have to do. So I jumped from, I thought okay, if I live in France, I don't know what I have to do. I don't know much about French because in English, in Sri Lanka it's in English. So I moved to UK with one of the luggage, one of the bag with my 3 children. Now they are grown up, they are doing really well. They are 24 years old, 25 years old and 23 years old. This is only one story from my side. This is thousands story in Sri Lanka, similar stories. There are 90,000 women-headed family, which means it's nothing like normalized. So our population is cruelly, is a plan. Systematically they plan and doing whatever you have said about the Hindu land, we are facing the same thing. The whole Elam was ours as a Hindu land. Now we are just holding very few places. What is actually happening? Because they think that we are not that country people. We are not. So you guys are talking about Islam. I'm talking about the Buddhism, especially Theravada Buddhism. They are the dangerous for us. They are very connected with China. Obviously, after 2000, China want to come to the Indian Ocean. So what they think that is a Elam Tamilsa is a threat for them. They cannot enter Indian Ocean. Why China want to enter Indian Ocean? This is a good question. We have to think about it. Atlantic Ocean, Pacific Ocean, Indian Ocean is the middle. So the 80% of the rates is come to the Atlantic, Indian and Pacific Ocean trade route, sea route. So we are blocking them. Elam Tamils were blocking that place. So China found that, oh, we want to become as a world #1 people. So we are the Elam Tamils are blocking them. So they want to kill them and they planned that one. They are collected with Sri Lankan government, Buddhism behind. They say they are Buddhist, but they are not Buddhist as well. They are very communist. So they killed our people and they are trying to capture now Myanmar, Ahmadota, even Pakistan, they could Qatar. They are trying to develop, even Africa, they are trying to develop there as well. So this is the serious threat is happening. So all the stories started after 2000. You can technically see how this ISIS grown up madly after 2000. So is everything started from Elam Tamils, where Elam Tamils was killed and put it in under the Indian Ocean. Everything's come up, they are grow up madly. So if we want freedom, I mean our peace, if anyone willing to peace, anyone willing to stop ISIS, anyone willing to do, universe as a beautifully, as she cried, US give us support, obviously. So we have to understand what is the reality behind these stories. We are not just listening and leaving away. We have to think deeply and deeply and deeply. So then only we could able to bring the real peace in the world. So thank you so much. So if you really want to Elam Tamil story, Elam Tamil, again I'm saying Elam Tamil story, please go and do the deep researches. I could see lot of books, they bring victories are writing the history where the mistakes has come from. So we have to look at, as she said, go to the deep-rooted research. She said when she was problem, none of them are supporting to her. I got the same problem when I was in one of the country. They was arrested me 8 hours in the police station. I said I didn't do anything. Then none of them are coming. They said, oh no. She's Elam Tamil. Elam Tamil means one of the organization, so we don't want to come and support her. This has happened. Even I am holding the French passport. The person said to me, like, I can strip off your passport and I could say you are this organization. I could put you in the prison. None of them are come and talk to you. My dad said to them, I'm not going to run away. She's my daughter. Then they said, if you are not run away, we will shoot you. I got 3 children when I went to 2006 back to home. The Sri Lankan government army, they have done that. They stop us. They're willing to rape me. I escaped from the rape. So why I'm here? Why I'm talking? Why I hate this army and Sri Lankan government? Because I faced personally. My dad didn't run away. I couldn't finish my study because of army. They always, they are touching, they are putting that, they say, there are checkpoints. Everywhere is checkpoints. Still now there are the checkpoints. So every day, women are suffering a lot in my country. So all are the same. Something is ISIS or Buddhism or it's Islamic. So histories are similar. We are in the Western country, we are really got really good place to live, we have to think about our home, brothers and sisters who suffer a lot in our countries. Thank you.
Thank you, Nila. So I have a couple of questions. Carl, how much time do we have? Okay. So we heard about Falun Gong today and practitioners speaking truth to power and standing up for what's right. And we heard yesterday from Sanam about women finding their way strategically into government positions so that they have the ability to affect change at a systemic level. And there's some ideas that in the United States, the squeaky wheel gets greased. And in other parts of the world, the loose nail that sticks out gets pounded. And so we hear that you're asking your governments for help and they may not care, they may not listen, they may retaliate. The rest of the world has a complicated relationship with the United States and other countries that can influence and affect change. So what are the next steps if you're following your chain of command and they're not supporting? Where do you go next? At what point do you try to ask for help from the outside, like the United States, or nonprofit or non-governmental organizations? And is either one of them more effective than the other? For instance, going to another country and asking please help, or going to an NGO and say please help. Habiba, would you like to answer?
Thank you. It depends on the solution, whether it's long-term or short-term. Nonprofits, NGOs often have short-term solutions. You can clearly work with them for a short-term solution, but for a long-term solution, if we are looking for it, it has to go to the governments. The problem right now is that we were talking about it earlier. Ms. Priya said she's a very brave woman, and I was talking about the Taliban's connection and their close relations with CCP. And she said, who isn't working with them? It's not just the CCP, it's also other countries, including the United States. So when you're asking for the governments to help and to counter, it has to be in a certain strategic way. How do you approach that? First, you have to make allies. Who are your allies? Clearly, the nonprofits. The sisterhood that's supposed to be built, that's how we can actually move forward. Today, right now, in this panel, we are all talking, sharing our stories. We are looking for a solution to the problems in the home countries. That's how it begins. And then slowly, from micro to the macro level, as Ms. Priya said, we can move forward. Thank you.
Thank you. Would you like to add anything? Okay.
I have a lot of things to share, but other people need time.
I must agree that it takes everyone to make a difference. It's not just one place that you're going to, it's a place that you're going to start, but it takes everyone to make a difference. But I still believe that it is even smaller than that, because there's always this dance that goes on that in the nonprofits, they have rules that they have to follow. So there are restrictions that they have, what they can do, what they can't do. Even in the government, there's this dance that goes on. So again, that fear or unwillingness to really do what's needed to be done is happening all over the world. And it didn't just start happening. It's been happening for a very, very long time. And it's a cycle. And it continues to be a cycle that's going on. There has to be a place where we support one another, even not in a nonprofit, not from our families, from our communities, where we come together and support one another in these situations that are going on. When you have someone who is being abused and raped, and go to the nonprofits, go to the government, we have to have a smaller group that embraces that sister and helps her to heal from that. We have to have those conversations within our communities and in our families to stop that, to hold the accountability. When she spoke about the 4 people that were there, how do you get the witnesses? They are witnesses. They were there. First-hand witnesses that were there. So if those conversations are happening, and those accountability, they have parents, they have family. Most of the times when things are going on, somebody knows about it. Somebody is aware of it. Someone is talking about it. We have to come together collectively and do something about it in our small place. Because clearly the larger organizations are doing their best. They're doing their best, but there's so many restrictions. I call it a dance that happens, and especially if they're getting money. If they're getting money from the government, I've worked in nonprofits and, the right thing, you may not do the right thing because you're fearful of losing your funding. Although the right thing is the most powerful thing. So it continues in a cycle. I have a background of working in prison systems. A very captive audience, I would say. But doing the right thing, there's a problem. Can you imagine that captive audience if you really rehabilitated them? There are rapists, there are all kinds of people there. If you really rehabilitated them, what they would contribute to their communities. So sometimes we may not be able to look at the larger picture and start small. Start small. Have those conversations where 2 or 3 are gathered. Have those conversations and help to educate and change the mind of your neighbor. Share your story. There's so many stories that I could tell. But I've heard so many stories. You've heard so many stories. I relate to all of them. It's time to do more than tell a story. It's time for us to change and help to change each other's mind and thinking and way of being with one another. In numbers, we are strong and we are a strength. And I know when it's just me and my situation and circumstance, what made the biggest difference to me was that person that was right beside me, who gave me a hug and embraced me and told me it was going to be okay. Before I could even go to the next step, to the police or to report it or anything else, it was that person that was right there that encouraged me, that made a difference. And then I could go and share that story and relate to the people that I worked with. Because every time I heard a story, I could relate to it. Thank you.
Just a few things to tell. So, I am here, all of them. I feel I'm a little bit different from this panelist. Because all they have their estates, either they have a country, I'm a stateless person here. That's a difference. Maybe my story may have to look at it in a different way. Other thing I would like to say, in the world, give and take policy. What you give, what you will get it back. Within the family, it's happening. If your husband is not happy with you, he is not giving the right money for your management or whatever, then tomorrow, day after tomorrow, the problem will be started. And the same thing, it's a family, the daughter, sister, everywhere, give and take policy. And otherwise it's a problem, it will be increased. So we have to look at it that way. Even the country, we would like to talk with the country. We have to deal with them, what they need, what we can give, what we can get it from them. This is a policy we have to make out. So when the Kurdish they came to Iraq, they have collaborated with the US. They joined together and they get their kind of freedom. I wouldn't say that they are the 100% freedom. Anyway. So now, my beautiful nation next to me, India versus Bharat. We'd love to work with them, join together, bring us our interest much within their interest, then we can win the game. Wherever you go, you just work with that. Winning with winning, people join together. As she said, alliance, we have to work like that way. We could able to win. So rather than we are blaming to others, we have to see where the potential to develop, to win. Everyone wants to win us, right? Even though certificates in the first class, second class, this is nature, we cannot change when you go to travel. Just like I came through the Canada Express, I have seen that, oh, this first class, second class, I was in economic class, oh wow, I have sit like this, okay. Equalization, yes, this is an equalization, yeah? Where whenever you have the business class, economic class, so and so, you cannot get equalization. It's everything through the money. We need to understand the facts. When we understand the facts, then we can able to work out within that. Otherwise, we can blame others. We are happily, always we love to blame others. This is our nature. When we are walking, then suddenly that stone is kick our leg. We always blame that, oh, that stone is kick us. No, we never say that, oh, we just voluntarily went and kicked the stone. We never say that one. So first we blame ourselves where we make mistakes, then we could able to find out the solutions. This is my polite, comment. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we have one last comment, it sounds like, right? Two.
Yeah, I will speak after.
Close it out.
All right.
Do you have any closing remarks?
I close out now.
Yeah.
Um, I want to give her her last words.
No, I have 2 minutes.
That's
fine, it's fine. 5 minutes.
Okay, there is a lots of discussion, but we need to take some resolution what we need to do to protect the indigenous women, and so that world can go forward with their beauty. And first we need to do research, the well-documented research, every organization. Then, now we have the media. We do not need to depend on the big media, the social media, the Twitter, the Facebook, Instagram. So continue publish your research to the media. Then the third, when we will have a lot of people together, make a resolution and strongly send it to different government, different politician, and the leader of this world, the World Bank and IMF, money control everything. So make a good report, research report, and send it out to all. And let the people know, so why we need to stop the hatred culture. We need to ask the American government, you need to stop all sorts of education. Those are not, compatible with the US Constitution. So you need to stop this system or all these books, everything that is the education system that is not compatible with US Constitution. This is the final one. Thank you, everyone.
Do we got any seconds left? I want Habiba to close it out if she'd like.
Thank you. I actually want to say a few words at the end. Religion is personal. The problem is politicization. The politicization of religion. Historically, every religion that has been politicized, it has brought in problems and issues to the society, to the community, and to the world. And I will give you an example of that from Afghanistan, not just Afghanistan, actually from the Islamic world. When we were growing up, when my parents were growing up, my grandparents, we were said that there are 5 pillars of Islam. It's kalima, the kalama. The second is prayer or namaz. The third is fasting. The fourth was Hajj, and the fourth was charity, the fifth was Hajj. A jihadi wave came around the world. Muslim Brotherhood started it, clearly. The wave of the jihadi things around the world and the conversion and everything of this century started. So what happened? The 5 pillars got changed. Kalima became first. Second became prayer. Third became charity. Fourth became fasting. Fifth became Hajj. Why was charity and fasting changed? Because through charity, they were sending that money to jihadist groups around the world. When we talk about the problems, we have to look at the root cause and how it began. The politicization of religion, to each their own, right? We could have had that as a religion. Each person could practice their own. But it was the politicization and the changes that it brought that created the problems. And that's what we need to address. If we are looking, that's what the Afghan women today that they're fighting, or the women who are fighting across the world, standing up in the Arab world as well, that's what we are fighting against. We are fighting against the politicization of Islam and women being used as a tool in there. Thank you.
Thank you. And we're going to wrap up. Thank you, everyone, for serving on the panel this mid-morning.
Thank you, organization.
And we thank International Commission for Human Rights and Religious Freedom for giving us a voice and a safe space to be able to speak on very important issues. With that said, everyone's welcome to lunch.
Thank you. And thank you, the organization, to organize us a